Could you give us your vision of film archiving in 2050?
For me, archiving in the future will be around personalisation. I think the thing that audiences really will appreciate and will find engaging about archives is when they can be made personal to them. So whether that's through their physical location, or whether that's through their interests or their background, or the story of who they are. I think once we can make archives feel personal, I think audiences will find it much easier to get into them. So for me, successful archives will be the ones that can help people tell personal stories about themselves.
How do you intend to realise this vision of personalised archive consumption? How are we actually going to get to the point that you've described in 2050?
I think a lot of it comes down to data. I think metadata specifically. I think the process of cataloguing archive material has historically focused on describing what the film is about and who the participants are. I think increasingly audiences will look for different ways of navigating through and searching that material. So I think if metadata can be added, then that's one thing that's very powerful. And certainly the BFI, we're looking to make as much of the data that we have within our organisation available so that audiences can find archive material which is pertinent to them. So I think one of the crucial things that really helps is data. Secondly, it's obviously it's access. So giving audiences ways to browse and to interrogate and to explore archives which feels intuitive and which feels natural. I think archives must feel part of the overall digital experience. So as audiences and as digital services move on, archives really must keep pace with that, and they must start to use some of the same models of exploration. A lot of, for example, in the era of the social web, a lot of consumption of digital content comes through recommendation, and certainly audiences nowadays look for what their friends are telling them to watch versus what historically they may look for formal media to tell them what to watch. So the ability for audiences to share is something that is crucial for driving archive viewing. So that's another thing that we're going to look at and make sure that we build into our products.
But how is the BFI player helping you to get onto the path that you described? This is something you've just launched, I think.
That's right. We've just launched. Certainly most of what I've described lays ahead of us. I think we are at the process now of we've built our first product, which is very simple. The idea being that we wanted to have a version of the product which was live so that we could see how audiences started to use it. And I think there's only so much research and preparation that you can do. Sometimes you just need to get something live and get people using it, and that will inform the next version. So certainly issues such as personalization, data integration, social integration, these are things that we're going to monitor and develop over time. But we wanted to have a platform there so that we could start with a simple base and then iterate on top of that and be driven by what our audiences are asking for.
Thank you very much indeed, Edward.
You're welcome.